Custom Vantage web training video on products. Today we're going to learn how to create products, and again we're going to start in the admin. Once we start in the admin, we click on the products tab. Now to create a new product, we're in this top section, add new product. The first thing we have to do is give the product a SKU, an ID, a part number, whichever you care to call it. Now, your part number should be a part number, not a description. Your part number should be concise, short and sweet. Your part number can have letters and numbers and hyphens. You cannot use special characters like a pound sign for a number one pad, right? You can't use a pound sign or an at or a dollar sign, that kind of thing. Now, when we come to the type of product, we get a bunch of choices. A generic product, a customizable product, two color customizable, customizable with layout, flex, and stencils. We're going to start with the generic product. Now, a generic product is a product which is not customizable from the web perspective. In the Custom Vantage world, customizable is where someone can go online and see the product text as they type it. You could have a product that is customizable in your shop, but we're just collecting data like a name or an ID number, and they're not seeing it designed on the screen. So in Custom Vantage Web, that's a generic product, and that's where we're going to start. So we give it a part number, letters, numbers, hyphens, add product. All right, so now we create a new product. So now we're on the new product. We're going to give this a name. Okay, here's our name. Pricing, the list price. If you create a list price that is equal to or less than the site price. Now the site price is the price you're actually selling the product for. If you create a list price that's equal to or less than the site price, it does nothing. As far as display goes, you can still use it to schedule discounts from, but it does nothing as far as the site visually. If the list price is higher than the site price, then that product will show a discount, indicating to the customer he's saving money from the list price. A short description, maximum 512 characters. If I could type, we'd be all set. A long description can be the same as a short description, but should be much more verbose. This is going to be a place where we can add images. So if I were going to add an image here, I could click on the images icon and I could look throughout my site, or I could upload something else. In either case, it gives me the option of selecting something that will be representative of the product. Now, you may know that we have images, which is on your website only, but also if we minimize this, you can see we have shared images. Shared images are available to all Custom Vantage web users. You can use them as you see fit, but you can't edit them. If you need custom images, those are going to go into your images folder. So once I decide that I'm going to add something to the long description, for example, I might do an impression of a product. We have got a bunch. You can create your own. I'm just going to choose this one. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's what I want. We click insert, and there's the image. Now, the other thing to consider is that this long description is looked at by search engines when they're deciding what's on your page. And we're going to want to make sure that we have good quality descriptions, good copy that includes those keywords or really phrases that people are going to search for, like custom banking stamp or address stamp, etc. So we have our short description, our long description, sort order. When we put products into a category, they're sorted by the sort order. By default, all sort orders are 0. So when there are 2 or more products that have an equal sort order number. So basically every product in the category, if you haven't edited this, is going to be the same. Then they are sorted alphanumerically by the name of the product. Okay. Now we come down, and the next one that you really must hit is the meta tags. Keywords are not used in any search engine searches, so you don't have to worry about keywords for search engines. Keywords are used within the internal search on your website, but not search engines. Meta description, that is used in search engines. If nothing is there, it will use the first part of the long description in the search engine. Meta title, this is extremely important for search engine optimization. The meta title is what ends up in the tab and also is what the big blue text is that someone clicks on a search engine result on Yahoo, Bing, Google, etc. All right, we're not going to do anything here yet because I want to demonstrate this, but this is extremely important. And then a friendly URL. It's got to have a friendly URL. When we save the changes, what you will notice is that if you did nothing for the friendly URL, we inserted the name of the product. So for most, that will be sufficient. If you want to tweak it, feel free to. No spaces because it's a URL, so you can use hyphens to separate words. Okay. Next thing we want to do is create or assign images for this product. So we're going to have a small image. The small image shows up when you are looking at products in a category. The medium image is what shows up when you're looking at the product detail page. And I'll explain how that works in a moment. So we can select an image. If we have a custom image, we can click the upload button and upload it. If we're going to use an image that already exists, and I'm just going to use this because it's the first thing I'm seeing. So we have a small and a medium for this 22. So I'm going to select that image, and then I'm going to go for the medium and choose the medium version of that same image. And you can see that it's a little larger. Now, the other thing I'd like to point out, in case you are into shortcuts as I am, you'll notice that the path, everything is identical. Image name only differs by the medium and small. So it tells you that instead of clicking select, if you already knew it, you could copy and then just paste this in and then edit the word small to be medium. Again, shortcut if you know the name of the image. Save, and now this product has an image associated with it. The last thing that we must do, and there are some options, but the last thing that we must do is assign this product to a category. So I'm going to click on categories, and I will see a list of all of the categories in my store, and I can assign this product to a category. So for the sake of argument, I'm just going to stick it in the square address stamps category. So I'm going to check that box, and I could check multiple boxes and have this one product in multiple categories if I choose. So the last thing I'm going to do here is save my changes. Once I've saved my changes, let's take a quick peek at this product. So I'm going to open my store view in a new tab to make it easy to go back and forth. So instead of clicking on View Store, I'm going to right click and open a new tab. So now I've got a tab that's in the store so I can see what customers see, and I've got a tab that's in the admin to work on. Okay, so if we go back to this product, we've put it in square address stamps, which is a subcategory underneath address grid. So we're going to hear address grid, and then we have on the subcategory of square address stamps. So square address stamps, and here's that new test product. If I click on this picture or on the name, we go to the detail page for this product, which is going to display the larger image and the long description. Okay. Here again, we're seeing we have $15, list price $20, you saved $5. If I come back here, you will see $20, line through it, $15. That is showing the product as a generic product. Therefore, there is no customize button. There's an add to cart button. If I click add to cart, it's going to take me to the cart where we now have that product. I'm going to keep shopping. It'll take me right back there. Now let's go back to the product itself, go back to this same product and product features. Product features is a means by which you can add options for a product that a customer can choose from or select from. They come in two flavors. A private feature is a feature that you create on this one product and it's not available on any other product. So I could add a text box, I could add a drop down, a radio button, etc., etc. A shared feature has all the same kinds of options, but it's a feature that you've pre-created so you can just select it from the box, and when it's a shared feature, you can add that same feature to multiple products, saving time. So we have, again, several pre-made. You can make your own, and they're in alphabetical order. So for example, I could add line 1. That's a text box that someone has to put information in. And maybe I will, for the sake of argument, add a choice of colors. Radio button where it can be chosen. If I were to go back to this same product now, refresh my page. Now when I click add to cart, because there are features that need to be dealt with, it takes me to the detail page to fill out the information. I can choose a color. This would be the text on the stamp. It would be in red ink, but notice there's no preview because it is not a quote customizable product. So now when I add to cart, we see that line 1 text is this and that I chose the color red. I hope you found that easy. Please watch the other videos on doing the other types of products such as customizable and customizable with layout. Thank you for choosing Custom Vantage Web.